Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by and joining Cassie and I. Today is a big day because we finally get to settle kind of an ongoing, not argument,
I was going to say because I get to prove Gary wrong.
An ongoing dispute about somebody's history and ethnicity and heritage, and we have a little bit of help today. So the help that we have involves a test, and we're going to show you guys a test we took about 4 weeks ago. We'll show you that right now. So a big thanks to MyHeritage for sponsoring today's video. We have a couple of DNA test kits. So this video that you're watching will be about, 3 or 4 weeks apart. We're going to do the testing today, and then we're going to get to see the results. But it's super easy. Cassie, you want to show them?
Yeah, so you got your little swab here. And
you have the kit that you register online that has this little code that's associated with the swab that we're sending in. So while Cassie's finishing up, I'll tell you we already used MyHeritage and found out a lot of information about family history, but this is taking it a step further and doing DNA, and might even find out a little bit more.
Gotta make sure I find that DNA in there.
All right, your 30 seconds is up. So you take the little plastic vial, insert, break it off. There we go. Easy peasy.
It has a black line where you need to break it off.
All right, so now we'll close that up, and each person does that 2 times. And then you just put it in a little envelope, send it back, and wait on the results. So here's a look at everything that comes in the kit. You have your envelope, your bag, the vials, and the test swabs. So a big thanks to MyHeritage for letting us take that test. And now is the day for the results. So, Cassie, I got to bring it up on the email, but are you ready to see what your ethnicity is?
Born ready.
All right, so again, we did all the tests. We did everything we're supposed to do. We sent it off, the DNA. The DNA results are back, and I have it right here brought up from the email. I just clicked it to read, and I'm going to put it side by side on the screen so you can see when Cassie sees it at the same time.
So my parents have always said that I have Native American in me. They just didn't get the Dawes Roll sign and all that. Gary's always said I don't. So
no, I said you don't have. There's no proof, but we'll get into that more later.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
That's a lot.
79.5% North and Western Europe. 20.5% Irish, Scottish.
No wonder why I can't get a tan.
And Welsh. And that's it.
So maybe Gary was right.
So we don't see anything that says Native American on that one. But let's see if my results are different, because I am a registered member of the Cherokee tribe, and I do have proof of...
So you're saying there's a chance?
...being Native American. So let's see if my results are different. This time it says Gary. We have mine brought up for my email. The first time, am I really Native American or not? Let's see. Gary is 67% North and Western Europe. 25.7% English. I'm from England, Cassie. And there's got to be more. Yes! 6.9% Mesoamerican and Andean, which I'm guessing that's where the Native American came from. It's because that's about the percentage of Cherokee that I am. So Cassie...
I'm not bitter.
Cassie is apparently not Native American, and as I expected, I
was lied to my entire life.
So my percentage is 5/64 degree of Indian blood, and that is the amount I am, which is, I always say, about a 13th. Also equates to about probably 6-7%. So
yep,
it adds up. So we have been wanting to do that for a long time. Cassie's family has been curious.
Yep.
And her uncles and different people have thought there were some Native Americans, so now we will at least be able to add that info and let them know. And they can also get on MyHeritage, build out their place in the family tree, and have their information out there as well. So we're going to head inside in just a minute and talk a little bit more about what tribal membership does mean and how it's not necessarily just because you have Indian blood doesn't mean that you're a member of a tribe, or at least our tribe. So I'll kind of explain that a little bit. But if you guys are interested in My Heritage right now, you can select the QR code up on the screen or the link down in the description, and you'll be able to get a 30-day free trial. But also, if you use a special code we have, Walkers, you'll be able to get free shipping. So there's really no risk, 30-day free trial, and the code Walkers for free shipping. You guys go check it out. So we were finally able to make it back inside, and this time we have a hot cup of coffee and get to relax and catch up with you guys a little bit. But we want to kind of pick up where we left off earlier. I know Cassie's shocked, surprised. Her life has been a lie. Now she can finally come to terms with the fact that she's not Native American.
I don't really know what to think. Just give me some time.
Okay, so we'll give Cassie time. But what I was mentioning earlier is that there are a lot of people in this area because we're kind of in a Native American hotbed, so to speak, or what would you call it?
We live on the Cherokee Nation reservation.
We live on the reservation, but it's not only one reservation in Oklahoma. There are multiple reservation areas, but there are also multiple tribes. And I think the word I was looking for was like a melting pot of tribes. Because
kind of like the Bible Belt?
Yeah.
The tribal belt?
Yeah, because what happened many, many years ago, back in the 1880s, 1870s, a lot of tribes, different time periods, but the Cherokee tribe, which I'm a member of, was relocated forcibly by the United States of America government from their homelands in their original area, which apparently was traced from Andean, and what was the other word?
Start with an A.
Yeah, but they moved up, but that's where they were at, and they were forcibly removed back to Oklahoma. So once they were removed, and some of them were moved, then there's an eastern band of Cherokees that were out there. So they had to some way, somehow come up with tribal membership. So just because you have Cherokee blood in your ancestry doesn't necessarily mean that you're a member of the Cherokee tribe.
Yeah, and my mom is not going to believe it when I tell her because her parents fostered Indian children, Native American children. Mm-hmm. Cherokee Nation came out and we're going to build them a home. Different tribes build homes for their people. It's not a free home. It's just they go through the whole process with you and for you. And different things like that. And she's always said, why did all those things happen if we're not Native? So the mystery will not be solved.
Well, but that's another thing. Oftentimes, a lot of natives are living right along with non-natives and different things. So what happened though is a lot of people, because of prejudices at the time, a lot of people were prejudiced against Native Americans. A lot of non-Native Americans here. So if somebody was mixed, being partially Native, partially non-Native in Oklahoma at one point, they were in fact embarrassed or didn't want to claim to be Native American.
That's what Mom said. Her thought was why her family didn't sign the Dawes Roses. People were too proud to admit they needed help or to admit what they were or anything like that. So,
but it sounds like they might not have because they didn't have any history.
My mom needs to take the test next.
Oh, she could take the test, but
just to make her feel better.
Her results should be similar to yours because of a blood relation. But, so anyway, that is some of the history of the tribal membership. All goes back, we said it more than one time, the Dawes Rolls. So the Dawes Rolls is what established membership as a member in the Cherokee tribe. Is if you had an ancestor, whenever they took roll over on the western side of Cherokee Nation or Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma, if you took membership and you have an ancestor that was determined to be Native American at that time, and you can trace back, that is your membership to the tribe. And if you can't, like Cassie,
you're a wannabe.
Then you do not obtain membership to the tribe. So I know that is probably a long explanation, but there's a lot more to it because we're only talking one tribe in Oklahoma, and there are way over 30 tribes, maybe 50.
You know what someone said on our last video?
I have no idea what
They've never seen a wife look at their husband the way I look at you.
Is like...
I wasn't sure what that meant.
Like, is that like condescending or like a positive thing?
I wasn't real sure. That's why I was trying to look real sweet right now in case I wasn't the last video.
She might not have been looking too sweet. You never know about Cassie. She's not even giving me those laser eyes like...
You might have been rambling and I was ready to be done. I
think you were on a roll with that.
I was.
I think with our last subject, Cassie was energized, and if I interrupted her, she did not like it.
No, I think it was a compliment.
So, compliment or not then, she's complimenting me now is what she's trying to say.
We compliment each other well.
She's giving me the googly eyes, probably because I'm about ready to take care of our toddler for the next 4 days by myself. You want to explain why, Cassie?
So, Mousy and I will be headed to kids camp, church camp. This is my third year going and being a sponsor. It's a fun, sad, happy, enjoyable time. Herding cats and sweating, and it's hot. And our church camp is in the Kiamishi Mountains. And though they're not really mountains in Oklahoma.
There are no mountains in Oklahoma. There are tall hills.
We have to trek up and down a tall hill every day to and from our cabin. But it's a good time. Mazzy loves it. She's really looking forward to it. Ranger went to teen camp this year. Usually he goes to kids camp, but he already went to camp. And Ransom isn't quite old enough. So.
And he can't go and just be your sidekick, can
he? He can, but he's not.
Did he last year?
The year before. Because when Gary was working full-time, he had to go with me. Yeah. So now he assumes he should just go. But Mazzy and I.
There you go.
Plus the other kids that will be there.
So by the time you watch this video, just so it's not confusing to you, Cassie's already gone. So I'm in the thick of it right now. So say a prayer for Gary. And I've got Ransom and Little Bear at home. And we'll pray that he's not going to be too big of a bear.
Yeah, because Ranger's also going to a basketball camp out of state.
Yeah, so I'll be delivering Ranger to College of the Ozarks, where he will spend three days.
Yeah,
at
not
camp.
3 full days, but yeah.
Yeah, 3 days at a camp there, and this will be his second year. So
yep.
we know what to expect, he knows what to expect, and he goes with several people from school.
Last year only 2 other boys from the school went. Now there's like half a dozen at least.
Oh, really? I know I talked to one mom that was, they're going to go stay the night the day before just because it's a little bit of a drive, but not me. I'm driving all the way through that morning, getting Ranger there on time. So no, it should be good though that Cassie gets to have some time with Mazzy, and I'll get some time with the boys, but I've got a lot of work to do while you're gone.
Have fun.
So while Cassie's gone, I am ready to go on the bus as far as putting down the insulation, the board, and that's probably all I really try to get.
No pressure, but when we get back, I'm ready to go camping.
Maybe some linoleum if I can get we keep saying linoleum, but really it's vinyl, like sheet vinyl.
Yeah.
Because I guess linoleum has a negative.
When we put that stuff in the chicken coop, everyone told us we were saying the wrong name.
Well,
that's what we call it.
It has a negative connotation because the linoleum from years and years ago was real thin and brittle. But the linoleum or vinyl flooring, sheet vinyl that we put down now, it's like really thick and it has a texture to it.
Yeah, we don't buy the thin. That's probably the true linoleum. We don't buy that thin stuff. It's thicker vinyl in a sheet. Call it what you want.
Yeah, and part of the reason we're going to go that route is because whenever you have the floor in the bus, it's going to be a floating floor. It's not going to be technically like screwed down because there's so much in there, so much heat and cold contracting and stuff that it's going to be a floating floor. So one sheet of vinyl over the top should be great for that and clean up. Yeah,
and we want to start just with that. See how we like it, how it goes. We could always do a different floor later, but we'll put all that down because it's cheap enough. But then once it gets filled with things, if we decide to put another floor just on what you could see, we could do that later on.
Yeah, you could easily put it on top, but it'll also be another great moisture barrier between anything on the top surface and the bottom. So, but you guys will get to follow along as we do it. We're going to build it out the way we want it because we have
ours.
We have to live in it, and it's also our budget and the amount of money that we want to invest in this with the things that we're going to do with it.
But I think you'll be pleasantly surprised what we are buying and putting in it. It's not just junk. I have really liked Gary's ideas. It's going to be super nice. It's not going to be as janky as I was imagining. I thought we were just going to do it like Facebook Marketplace. Might have bugs in the couch, but it was cheap.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. No, we're going to do it nice enough that we can enjoy it. Yep. And we're going to also do it in ways that, for some reason, whenever we get ready to get rid of the bus or sell it, it's going to hold some value. So we know that it's going to be worth something to somebody else.
And people are like, but you need this and you need that. Da, 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 da. Well, we know exactly what we're going to be doing in it and what we're not going to be doing in it. We can always add and change later. That's how it is.
Yep. And luckily, we have an abundance of power banks. So we will have power wherever we go. And we will have, we're going to run some electrical and a little bit of stuff, but it's not going to be a full-blown, it won't be a full-blown RV.
Yeah.
Which we don't want a full-blown RV, necessarily.
We don't want, or we're not getting.
Well,
I'm kidding.
What we get is what we want is what we'll get.
Yeah.
So now that we know that Cassie is not Indian DNA, now you have to break it.
I tan pretty well.
You have to break it to your mom. Do you want to call her and tell her on camera? No. I'm just joking. Oh no. But we have been wanting to do this for a long time, and we're really thankful that we had the opportunity to do it. So it's fun to know. We were talking about other friends with it, and they want to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Some friends of ours from Texas came up to visit, and we were telling them about it, and they were like, as soon as you get that video out and that code, let us know, because we want to do it too.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are excited about it if you're going to do it and figure out where you came from and that type of thing. So if you guys are interested, remember we have the special code WALKERS. We have the QR code I'll put up on the screen right now. The link's going to be down in the description. But it's a 30-day free trial already, and then you can get free shipping by using the special code WALKERS.
Yep.
So you really can't go wrong.
It's a win-win.
But do say a prayer for Cassie as she's away, and like I said earlier, say an extra prayer for me. Know the safety of their travel and all of that, and for me and the kids while we're home.
Gary's got it.
I have it. I'm not too worried about it. If not...
He just likes to act dramatic.
If not, we're YouTubers, Cassie. We got to be as dramatic as possible. We have zero drama in our life. We got to make it up. No, but as always, we want to thank you guys for following along and catching up with us, and we hope you have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.